Good afternoon. I hope everybody's Saturday's going well. Today we're going to talk about more about us and how we form. So I've had a couple people talk to me, a couple different people from all walks of life lately, and they all have different problems, but they're all related to the same thing, so let's discuss them. One person came to me, they can focus really easily on one thing, but only one thing for a long time. They get like entrenched in it, and everything else kind of falls to the wayside, right? And she was having problems with that. I have another friend who gets easily distracted and often daydreams, and they find themselves struggling to switch tasks, and they needed help with that. I had another person whose kid has a lot of trouble starting boring tasks. He's great at working on things once it gets started, but if it's a boring task, it's like pulling tooth and nails to get it started. And all of these things have one thing in common. They are all issues of dysfunctional self-organization, DSO. DSO is a big factor in many mental illnesses that currently affect a lot of our youth and earlier adults, like ADHD, bipolar, borderline, schizophrenia. It is present in all of them, because when you are disorganized, when your thoughts about yourself are disorganized, how you feel about yourself, you don't know who you are, it's going to create a cascade of effects, right? Why does this matter? Because if we're dysfunctional self-organization, that means that we have dysfunctional executive function. So if that's the case, that means we're going to have problems planning. We're going to have problems reasoning. We're going to have problems problem solving, prioritizing, keeping our shit together, keeping consistent. Consistency comes from our identity, believe it or not. That is where we learn to be consistent. So if we don't have a consistent sense of self, it's going to be impossible to have consistency in life, yet alone to get out of bad habits or whatever the case may be. So know this: non-nurturing elements in childhood, be it parenthood, be it the siblings, be it bullying, school, feeling left out, unseen, unheard, numerous things, right? It's going to lead to limited beliefs. When you have limited core beliefs, I am an alien, I am unnormal, I am worthless, I'm going to be abandoned, I'm dysfunctional, everybody leaves me. These become the lenses that we see our life through, we see every interaction through. So when somebody says, oh, okay, fine, we're going to take it personally, like they have an attitude when they don't. We're going to perceive things. We're going to have high emotional volatility. We're going to have low emotional regulation. We're going to have a lot of relational problems. And life is nothing but relationships. This is going to lead us to have dysfunctional needs. If we have the belief that we're going to, or we are bad, maybe we're going to have the dysfunctional need of trying to be perfect to counteract that. And we all know we can't be perfect, but it creates more issues. That when you can't become perfect and you're trying, it's going to lead to another problem. It's going to lead to an escape behavior, opt-out behavior, drugs, running away, just ignoring it, procrastinating on it, completely switching it up, blowing up your motherfucking life like a boss, right? That's a cycle, right? And you can fix it by going back to the beginning and honestly looking at it in order to see where it is that your particular part came into play and how it's spiraled for you, and then get it organized so that you too can be better. That's the goal, right? So, with that being said, I hope you have a good day.